just gonna get these little nibs out of here so it's easier for the epoxy to bite in. It's not gonna be perfect, but it's amazing what a little 40 grit does to knock the surface down. I hope this is the last version. Who would ever thought 2026 that we'd be working plastic rather than wood? So we got most of the hood right here, and as you can see, there's a lot of nuts and bolts that hold it together, and I kind of want to explain real quick how that works. So we got a printed part, we got the perforations in it. Obviously this is for later work with the carbon fiber, but this guy, let's see, that's the right side. What the cool thing here is that you can use these carriage bolts, so they have the square heads on them, and you can get them at Ace. They're like super cheap. And I think these guys are maybe 1.5, 1.25 long. Anyway, put them through there, put the nut on them, and it's super easy after that. So I'm gonna just do a couple. I'm gonna do one part for you just to show you how easy this whole process is. What I did is I made these little, whatever we want to call it, connector, fittings, unions, I don't know what the heck this is. But these little parts, I did them in SolidWorks right here. And then I put the carriage bolt holes through them. So I think you probably get the idea, but I just want to demo it real quick. So I got my little 7/16 ratchet here, and you just, it requires very little thought or effort, which is nice to hold these panels together like this. So basically I just align them and then just slowly tighten this guy. And then that's it, because they have that square component on the other side. You don't need 2 wrenches. So it's really nice when you're doing 3D parts to be able to just have like one tool, because you always get another tool kind of like holding everything together or trying to align things, make sure they look right and whatnot. Anyway, I'm loosening this slightly to get that alignment a little bit better. And then yeah, you just tighten them back up again. There's really like hardly anything to it, which is awesome. I've used carriage bolts since almost the first build because I was holding wrenches on both sides, and it just became such a nightmare when you're like dealing with epoxy. So this is just like basically what we're doing is test fit right now. We're gonna pop it on the car, see how everything looks, make sure we don't have any real big boo-boos in the design, and then later on we'll carbon fiber this guy. We might do fiberglass actually on the inside. I'm thinking just because it's so easy. Do like a real thin like veil on the inside, and then we'll do carbon fiber on the outside. Not like we're going to be doing the Indy 500 with this car, so it just needs to be strong enough. I'm going to talk a little bit about epoxy later, because you can't just use standard epoxy near that engine, so we'll talk about that. So I'm just finishing up the temporarily install of these lights, or these housings I should say. There we go. Let's stick these bad boys back in there. Just a couple screws in each to give you kind of a perspective on the way the car is going to start to look. Yeah, it looks pretty mean. Okay, so and then this is our hood right here. And just gonna lay that on